Hi, this is a Q&A video and it's gonna be long, so get some tea. Thank you for all your questions on my Instagram. There were a lot, so I picked a few. I guess first of all, my name is Eliza. You probably know that. First question is, how old are you? What's your zodiac sign and your personality type? These are some questions that I combined because they're pretty common. I'm 23. I usually am a person who forgets their age, but I'm 23, I'm sure. And what's your zodiac sign? I'm Sun, Gemini, Moon, Leo, and rising Aries. Yes. And personality type, I am INFJ. I hope I said that right. The next question is, what's your favorite tea? Most important question, they said. I have an issue with having favorites. I cannot find a favorite, like I cannot pick from all of them in general, not only tea. So I guess for this week is raspberry pomegranate tea. It's really good. Do you practice Wicca or something spiritual or else? I don't practice Wicca. I'm not religious in any way. Spirituality and stuff, I would say I'm really interested in occult sciences and witchcraft, and yeah, I like reading about those things. I would say I might be doing witchcraft, but I don't want to say that because I don't want that label on me. But I also do practice mindfulness and, you know, that great stuff, meditation or any type of gratefulness kind of thing. Yeah, it's actually one of the reasons why I'm such a happy person in general. Just being grateful and mindful. It's great. I recommend. Then, do you play any musical instruments? No. But I wanted to start playing the ocarina. I ordered one. It's not a good one. So I'm not gonna start playing the ocarina. Next time though, when I have money to buy one. Which animal would be your ideal pet? Cats are always great. I really vibe with them because they're so just doing whatever they want. They don't really need you, but they will also come for cuddles, and they're fluffy, which is great. Other than that, I would love to have a frog and go for walks with him, or a mouse or a rat and go for walks with them. But a frog sounds amazing. Do you find yourself married in the next years? No. There's another question of a friend of mine, which is, how do you think your life in Syros has affected your art today? Which Syros is the island I grew up in, and I don't know, let's say my drawings are sad. Tips to cope with anxiety. I guess anxiety comes from like your head being in the past and also in the future, like somewhere in there, not in between, which is the now. So what you need to do is just go to the now, which means grounding yourself, which there's a bunch of ways to do that, like either touching or smelling stuff, or, you know, just identifying your surroundings and being a bit more there. So yeah, anything like that. For me, it could be journaling, just to get my thoughts out, or going out somewhere with not so many people to just understand that I'm existing there, like listen to sounds, be aware of that, to make my mind just stop being in one small place and like open up and see that, like, dude, chill in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but grounding yourself, that's the best thing. And most of the times you realize that your issues in your head are not that bad. or at least they can be somehow taken in control. Yeah. What's the song you listen to when you're sad? I have banned any kind of sad song from my life. I don't listen to sad songs anymore. Any kind of songs I used to listen when I used to be sad I cannot listen to them. I will avoid anything to listen to them because they make me so sad. So I don't listen to any songs when I'm sad because happy songs annoy me. I just try my best to stop being sad, and yeah, just to make it go away. So no songs for me. Nope. And favorite book or band, artist? Again, I don't have a favorite, but also in books I don't read stories kind of books or like fiction. I read only philosophy books or self-help books. So because this kind of books you don't read in one go, you have to take your time to actually get what it's in there. So if I read a book, it's not gonna take me a week or something. It's gonna take a lot longer. It's called Essentialism from this boy. It's kind of business book, but it's also basically telling you how to start saying no and using your time like in the best way possible, and not do stuff that is not necessary. Yes, and it's really important because if you work at home, you just don't know when to stop and you work for the whole day forever. Or you just do stuff that it's not so necessary but you think it's necessary. Yeah, but this book is really good for these kind of things. And then about bands and artists, I listen to a lot of things. For this period of time, I'm mostly interested in like Tyler the Creator, or I like QnA. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And I'm also listening to Doma. I don't know if I pronounce it well either. And yeah, and I don't know how to pronounce. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna write it here. These are the ones I'm listening to right now, but it doesn't mean that this is kind of the genre I listen to all the time. I listen to a lot of things, and because I'm wearing black doesn't mean I'm only listening to metal. Because a lot of people think that. That's why I'm saying that. I'm usually just interested to people who are just so much themselves that it makes me so happy. Like for example, Tyler the Creator. I love that dude. He's cool. I would totally hang out with him. And how did you develop your style? Art and clothing wise? It's pretty much the same thing. You just try a bunch of things and at some point you're gonna see what works for you. I have gone through so many things, like clothing wise. It's crazy. I've been to a phase where I was only wearing colorful stuff, a really small phase. It was only a few months. And then I started being like, I need to at least wear one black collar thing on me. And then, you know, it went from there. But until I started only wearing black, I'm also wearing gray and white, okay. I've been through phases where I was only wearing men clothing, including boxers. Don't question that. And then there was a phase where I had like a punk phase, and you know, like you pick some things from those things and you create something yourself. For example, there was a time where I was only wearing dresses, tight ones, you know, like how they normally look on you. And then I kind of combined the buggy men clothing thing with dresses, and now I'm only wearing really buggy dresses. So for art, it's pretty much the same. You just have to try a bunch of things and then you pick usually something from those things because the other ones are not interesting to you anymore, and then you develop it slowly. It takes time. There was a time I didn't have a style at all. Like, I see my old drawings and they look weird. But it's okay. You can also never have a style. That's great. Did you always have a dark aesthetic? As I said before, there was a time where I did not, where I was only wearing colorful stuff. That was my scene phase, by the way. There was also a time where I used to have colorful hair. I was only wearing black, but I had colorful hair, like bright colors. So not always, but clothing wise and aesthetic wise, it was mostly darkish. Where do you get your inspiration from? This is also a question I get a lot for some reason, and I never really understand it or know how to reply to it. It's just how my head works. I really inspired about nature and vintage stuff. I like books, I like illustrations, like vintage illustrations. I like tarot cards, which are so symbolic. I don't really try to draw a person in different angles and doing stuff. It's always the same thing. It's just to make a symbolic kind of picture, like just items put together in a way. That's how I can explain it, at least. What else? How to get out of an art block? This is also a question I get so much, and I would say just try to do stuff, study new things, try to learn new things. It's probably the best thing to do when you have an art block, because it instantly makes you excited. Learning new things in general, not just in art. If you even feel that your life is not so, I don't know, cool, you can just learn new stuff and then you're instantly more excited about anything. So this is also about art. And another thing you can do is have it like a folder in your Instagram with saved pictures. It doesn't have to be art, it can be other things that inspire you. There's a plane. It can be other stuff that inspire you, and then you just have a place to look at when you don't feel inspired. You can pick one picture and just make something out of it. That's what works for me. Did you ever try to get into studying art at university? Yes, I did. I think it was about to be my second year in Finland, and I had found that art university that I wanted to get into in Helsinki. So they required an English test, like an official English test, and back then I was really uncomfortable talking in English. Even in school in Greece, I was not talking in the class at all, even if it would make my grades a lot better. I was not talking because I was so insecure about it. So it was hard when I came here to start talking. And then I had that test. I didn't get it for like 3 points because there was some points that I needed to get to be able to apply to the school, the art school, which I didn't get. Yeah, and so I wasn't even able to apply for the actual school. And I could try the next year. My art back then, it was non-existent. I didn't draw back then. I probably drew something every 2 to 3 months, so you can understand that I didn't even have a style. I didn't know what I liked drawing. I was only experimenting. I wasn't never really satisfied with what I did because I just didn't know what to do, like what to draw. So yeah, I don't think even if I tried, if I would get in. I wouldn't. And then next year I would have applied again, but I realized the only reason I wanted to study something was because in Greece and in a lot of countries too, it's this thing where if you don't study something, you're basically trash. And everybody studied. All of my friends studied. Everybody I knew studied. I didn't, and it felt weird. So when I realized that this is why I really wanted to study something, I just didn't try again. And the next question is, what aspect of your art would you like to improve, or is there a new technique you want to try? Good question. I would like to get better at drawing botanical stuff, especially mushrooms. I'm really into mushrooms lately. I would like to learn how to draw them better. I would also like to learn how to draw different kind of faces, because I'm kind of getting bored of the ones that I do. It's not that I'm gonna like start drawing different faces all the time. I'm probably gonna stick to one again, because that's how I do stuff. Just stuck to one thing. But yeah, I would like to do that. And if I would like to try new techniques, I would like to try painting in oil. I've been wanting to do that for so long. I've been having some oil paints for quite some, like a year or so. I bought it when I was still working at a job, and I didn't have time to actually paint, because oil paints take quite some time to dry and stuff. So I was waiting until I would not work, which I'm not right now, so it's probably the right time to start doing that. And also I've got a wood burning tool, like a pyrography, I think it's pronounced like that. It looks like a pen in a way, where you have to plug in and it gets really hot, and then you can burn wood with it and draw cool things. I got that. Actually, my mother got it for my birthday, so I want to try that. And I would also like to try tattoos. So at some point I'm gonna buy a tattoo gun and try doing my thing. And what's your favorite kind of plant? This week, or at least this period of time, I really like big velvety leaves. Yes. And I have an anthurium now, which looks like that and it's pretty, but I'm also into like alocasia, the black velvet one. It's on my plant list. I'd love to know more about your plants. This was another person saying that, which thank you, they're flattered about that. I will do a plant tour at some point, but I will also show them all the time on my vlog type videos. I do that anyway. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you about now. They're recovering because I wasn't here for a month, so they've not been doing that great. Most of them are fine. Some of them I had to throw away, and then some of them are still recovering, so this is the recovering stage. Now they're gonna start getting better. Also, I had thrips and my plants on a bunch of them, which is also they're also getting recovered from that. But yes. Next is, how did you start your art business, and do you have any advice you'd like to give to people who are interested in it? I started it, I was working back then, so I was able to sustain myself financially. I started it, I don't know, I just started posting on Instagram, and then there were some people that me asked if I would ever do prints or stickers or something, you know, or if I sell a drawing. And it started made me think that I might want to do something like that, and I opened an Etsy shop, which is the best one to start with because it's for free, and if you don't sell anything, you don't have to pay anything. You just have to pay the fees when somebody buys something. So yeah, I just did that. I had Etsy, and then I was using Instagram to say people that I sell something, and yeah, that's how it started. I wish I knew that I should just start, and then like, because when you want to start something like that, it's very stressful in your mind, and you feel like you need to know everything. You can't do that, because if you don't start doing it, you're not gonna learn certain things. For example, what are people gonna like, or what thing is gonna sell more, or taxes, or you don't know. You can learn a bit of things, but you're usually gonna learn just by doing. So that would be great, because I was planning this thing for months because I never felt like I knew what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. And then I just opened my shop after months, and then I was still like finding problems or things that I had no idea about. And you know, like there's things that you just start and you learn by doing, and you will never know what you're doing. Are you studying or working anywhere right now besides your art shop? I'm not studying anything. I've been on high school and then never studied anything. Like I said, in Greece I'm considered trash. Working anywhere right now, no. Besides my art shop. I also opened up my Patreon, which is also helping me out with that and having like a kind of stable income every month, which is great. And then last question is, what would be your dream job? Which I would say what I'm doing now. To be honest, it's been my dream job since I remember, since I wanted to apply to an art school and I started being more interested in art again. Before that, I didn't think I would live much. Like, I didn't have any plans in life, and neither was I interested in plans in life. So yeah, since I started having plans and wanting to do things with myself, this has been my dream job. I remember watching Andra Claire, I think she's called, or Franerd back then, like 5 years ago, and I was stoked and I really loved everything. I guess dream job is anything that I would be able to do, to create things I love and having you people here. Yeah, I guess that's everything. My face got red, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just hitting on you in a way. Anyway, that was it, and I hope it was fun. I haven't done any Q&A videos after the one that I did 2 years ago, so I thought it would be nice to make another one, because there have been so many new people here or on Instagram, and I would like to introduce myself in a way and feel like we're friends and we know each other. I think that's everything, and I hope you're well and you're having a good day, and I'm gonna see you next week probably, because I'm trying to do the every week video thing, which I hope you like, because I like doing videos for you. Oh, and if you want, you can subscribe, because now I'm trying to do the weekly thing. And yeah, and if you liked it, thank you. Have a nice day, and see you soon. See you next week.